Drifting on a memory. Ain't no place I'd rather be than with you. Loving you. Well. Anybody here? Nobody's here. Well, we'll get started anyway, so that these, because I'm not editing the posted video. Greetings, programs. This is Digital Jedi coming to you capriciously live from Jedi Temple 1. Welcome to another edition of Designing a Jedi. I am your host, the aforementioned Digital Jedi. And what we do on this live stream, we are designing my YouTube channel art live every day, practically every weekday, until it is finished, more or less. And what we are doing is we are designing a Jedi in the style of Tron Legacy, because I am a digital Jedi after all, and that probably should have come to me like a decade ago, and it did not. It came to me like 2 weeks ago. So creativity, it's not just turned on all the time. It's a process. But anyway, thanks for joining, and well, let's see, what are we doing today? I don't remember what we're doing today. As you may have noted, if you have been joining the previous live streams or watching the other videos that posted of the live streams, I'm getting started early today. Yeah, I'm an hour behind where I normally have it scheduled, but ordinarily I'm about 12 hours behind, so this is an improvement. I believe I said I was going to do a little more shading today, and I don't think I'm going to mess with shading right just yet. But I am going to... Gosh, I don't know what we're doing. One of the things I said we needed to do was adjust the angle of that lightsaber, because it is clearly ain't right. I'm thinking maybe drawing these pieces of lightsabers separate. I don't know. But yeah. We may just start fresh with a new shape. Oh, look at that. I didn't even have it all. This little artifact is bugging the heck out of me. What is that? Oh, that's the soft light. All right, back to the lightsaber layer. I'm so tired. Okay. Coffee. So, and let's clear the mask, which we may or may not use this time around. Now we'll use it. Let's do the shape again. I believe we used this. Oh yeah, we still have our layer mask. We just... Honestly, I like to use the... if I'm going to angle it, I want to start with a fresh shape. Reason for that is that I like to be able to use the perspective tool, and it only really works if where's the square? I want a square. Actually, I want a rounded square. There we go. Perspective tool usually only really works if you are adjusting from either a completely vertical or completely horizontal angle. Doesn't work as good from a shape that's already been turned. So free transform. Because once I apply this, it will go back to, I won't have my controls here at the tip. It'll establish it as a different shape, and it just won't work right. That may make it a little more challenging for me to be certain that I've got the angle that I want, though. What I could do so I'm not dinkling around is go back to the state where before I cleared that canvas, which would be where? Here? Probably here. Whoa, I left this open yesterday, didn't I? Yeah, there it is. And let's work with the shape while looking at the old one. And actually, let's go ahead and give it a little more rounding. Let's try 15. Yeah, it's a little better. And we'll reshape it from there. Because I think that length is good. But the angle's just all wrong. It needs to be more this way. And it needs to have more perspective. Perspective actually may have been fine. You know, actually the original shape may have been just fine. We'll keep the shape and we'll just hide it for the moment. Let's just fudge with the actual line work here. Maybe I just needed to alter it. I was thinking I needed to make the end wider, and that may not have been the case. Let's put, hold on. Let's make this our rotation point axis. Yeah, that may have been it. That may have been all I needed to do. Let's see. Let's do the same with the lightsaber hilt. I said the hilt. Yeah. And actually, it's the hilt that has some issues with the way that I drew it. Not eraser. Sorry, I thought I heard my offspring beginning to stir. Ideally, I like to get this stuff done before she wakes up because, well, if you've read previous live streams, there's a lot less yelling. We really need to just redraw this. It's kind of shameful. What do I do? Nothing, because the layer was closed. Clear the layer, and let's add a layer mask. Whoops. We already have a layer mask. Let's fill this area. Yeah, it's one of those days. So essentially what I did wrong here is, let's open our reference image. We can sample some more of these colors. Wonder if I should use the colors from my costume rather than from up here. Drifting on a memory, ain't no place I'd rather be than with you. Alright. Problem with the last one is it had no angle in there whatsoever, so the hilt looked funky. Better. Does layer mask hides effects or works on the effects of layers below it? I don't think so. No. Only works on the effects on that layer. I think this thing is a lot bigger than that, considering it's kind of representative of a handlebar for a light cycle. But we're taking a lot of creative license here. I think that angle is better. I'll go ahead and mask out the area of my hand. Once again, I'm forgetting how this works. You just want to do this part, dude. Just try and pay attention. Probably do best to just select the inks over here. What's going on? What's going on here? What I do here? Oh, this must be the other mask. The old lightsaber hilt mask. Let's see. No? Nope. And we'll keep some of the glows at the end here. There's still some rounding issues there, but I think we can fix those fairly easily. I think the angle is correct. But this just needs to be shaped differently. Hold on. Coffee break. I think let's shape that, since that's an edge, let's shape that on the mask layer. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. Even if it's not perfect, it's still more or less the correct angle. And let's cover over this lightsaber that's peeking through. I'll do touch-ups off camera. Because that stuff will be super nitpicky. And not terribly interesting to watch. Okay. Yeah, so far I'm kind of digging it. Do a temporary layer here. I want to preview something. We're going to select the blue layer. Yeah. Well, first we're going to fill this layer with light. I guess white. White. Hello. And then we'll select this. Add layer mask. Oh. Select the inverse. And then add layer mask. Just to get an idea of what that looks like. That's the part that will show on YouTube. I think it's the part that shows. Are these? Text and logo safe area. Yeah. If you have any text, it needs to be in this square here. You can download this template. I believe I actually got this from YouTube's help pages. So, if you haven't already. Yeah, and I don't even really know what kind of text I'm going to put there, to be perfectly honest. I feel like there was something else I was supposed to do. I don't remember. I do not remember. That's all. I'll just pretend there's a disc flying out of my hand. All right, I think that is it for the bulk of the body work. Now I just need to pick a background design. Video low output. Oh, come on. I have this stream in an ultra low latency. So, as far as the background goes, definitely need something dark. Yeah. I'm gonna look this up on my phone. It'll be faster. Let's look up some Tron backgrounds. Of course, my phone freezes. That's not faster. Oh, Tron Legacy background. No, that's probably gonna give me a Tron Legacy grid, maybe. Oh boy. So I know that we would need something like we can probably start with something basic like perspective background. I don't think I've ever done a grid in Photoshop. Let's see. How would one do that? Okay, let's go to the back layer here and just fill it with black. Did those actually change color? Yeah, they changed color. They have transparency. And didn't know that. Let's fill it with black. And let's just make a grid. Why no, I am not Googling how to make a grid in Photoshop on the other computer screen that you can't see. it's been a while since I made a grid. Really? Photoshop preferences? Yeah, you could just define a pattern. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, you know what? Wow. Let me check something. I may actually already have a shape. Nope, not that one. I'm not sure what I was thinking with that one. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I made this a while back for... I think I made it for the Silverhawks picture I did of Steelheart a while back. It's a little bit of a... It's a little fuzzier than I wanted. I want something a little broader, but I can use it to experiment. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I used this for Steelheart. So what I'll need to do is I'll need to decide where my vanishing point is, because I didn't really create one, and make a grid from there. But yeah, that's not really gonna work. But it gives me an idea of what I want to do. Something like that. Surprised I didn't make my grid with transparency. I'm sure I did. Alright. Well, let's make a grid. I think we can do something like this. Let me try a new high resolution image that's a square. What's default Photoshop size? 5x7. Let me do something a little bit bigger. And I'll apply it so I can close this layer. Then let's well, really just clear the layer. Then Let's get the pencil tool. Wait, do we have a block tool? Where's the block tool? I forget how to get to that. That might just be an array. Wow, it's been a long time since I've used some of these features. And my shortcuts are not working. Thank you. Let's set the let's do the single row marquee tool. Helps if you have your settings in the right place. Once again, it helps if you have your settings in the right frickin' place. Am I just going nuts? I mean, more so than usual. That's what happens when you use mouse without borders with a stylus. You tend to lose. Okay, so we will just stick to the regular marquee tool, regular selection tool, because something nutty is happening, or I don't know how to use the marquee tool properly. Okay, gee, that was way harder than it needed to be. Something like that, maybe. About 5 inches will do the trick. And then define a pattern. So let's try a new pattern here. Let's try my new grid. Transparency was preserved. Let's fill it with white. Much better. Much larger. See if the grids are actually large enough. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can work with that a bit more. So what I'll need to do is apply that to a gymongous canvas, and then I can reduce the size without losing too much resolution. take a look at my canvas size here. They changed the shortcut keys on me. Is it still Alt-I? Alt-Control-I? Yeah. That's a big document. So if I want something that I can squish and manipulate, let me do a document that's really, really large. Let me do something like 50 by 50. There might be better ways to do this, but this is how I work. Should I go high res? I'm gonna go high res. They're not perfectly square, but I'm going to adjust the angle's going to affect that, so I'm not too worried about that. Oh, clipboard. How much data can you actually hold? Apparently not a lot. Photoshop is still thinking about it. Even it's not sure this is a good idea. Alright, let's see how. Yeah, I think I can get some good perspective out of this. Even if my stream health doesn't like it. Oh yeah, a lot of space to work with. A lot more space than I realized. But I guess that 300 pixels per inch was a little overcompensated a little bit. Alright, can I get my perspective tool, please? You can only access that menu if you click inside the canvas. We'll drop this down so that I can access these bars. I still haven't picked a vanishing point, but we'll wing it. Am I still in perspective mode? I don't think so. don't know what that is. Did something apply before I was done? Looks like something trying to apply before I was actually finished. That's not cool, man. That means I have to start over. Okay, wowzers. We have a stuck key somewhere on my computer because for some reason it is trying to select multiple layers at the same time. Okay, thank you. Okay, we were at 69 at one point. Yeah, low resource computers suck. So we need to pick our vanishing point now, or our horizon line anyway. So I guess if I'm kind of leaping in the air, I guess my horizon line could be there. So we need a lot more perspective in this scene. That is an enormous document. Or do I want the horizon line over my head? Nah. We'll go sideline, more or less. I have no idea where my vanishing point is, but like I said, we're winging it. We'll just pick something that sort of kind of looks right, since we won't be drawing too much other stuff in the scene here. Hold on, let me check and see. Nope, still asleep. Good. Maybe we can drop it just a little bit below sightline. Like I said, we're eyeballing where the perspective should be. Didn't really measure it beforehand because, well, originally I wasn't planning on doing this whole Tron grid thingy, so And I think the only thing I'll change is, oh, yes, because I need to zoom out that far, is the overall size. We'll stretch that out till it fills the screen. So the horizon fills the screen. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. Maybe just make one minor adjustment at the bottom here to make those squares a little bit more square, less rectangle-y. Yeah. All right. Let's see what the damage is. That's an enormous layer. Way bigger than I needed it to be, but eh. Well, considering how much I actually had to stretch it to get the horizon line to fit, maybe it's not that bad. All right, so we'll apply a, we'll add a background layer to it. So the background will actually be black, and we're gonna do some effects on this grid. And see how that works. Color overlay of white. Looks like we might be missing some lines, or is it just, yeah, missing little lines. But for a first try, and since I was winging it, this ain't bad. So I have a general idea of what I want to do. I think these are the same blues that I was working with before. I don't know if I want to change anything. These are the blues that I used for my outfit, so I don't really think I need to adjust it much unless I want to get much more Tron-y than this. I might do a color overlay that has a little bit of blue in it. And drag it away from the whites just a bit. It definitely gives me a better idea of how this should look, though. And the outer glow is precise, right? No, it's soft. I don't think we want precise. Yeah, I'm kind of cool with that. But, I'm sorry, what? Okay. Well, that's news to me. Well, I'll probably have to redesign the grid, but for now, that's a good template for me to work with, and gives me an idea of how of what else I need to change. I don't know if I'll do my cityscape, if I'll do a cityscape in the back, or yeah, I'll probably do a cityscape in the back. But so far so good. So far I don't loathe and despise it. I don't know if there should be some blue highlights. I don't know if there should be any blue highlights. Like I said, I probably will reference this is more of a Bruce Timm style of artwork, but I'll probably reference the Tron Legacy Tron Uprising cartoon. Get a better idea of how they handle the highlights and glows and stuff like that on the figure drawings or the figure renders in their case. But they made them look like drawings. They cel shaded them, so yeah. So far, so good. I'm digging it. That's probably all we'll do today. Yeah, we're encroaching on an hour, even though we haven't been a full hour yet. But I'm a little bit behind schedule as usual. So thanks once again for watching another edition of Designing a Jedi. As always, I am your eponymous host, Digital Jedi, and I will be back most likely tomorrow. But who knows what time that will be. So if you want to, it could be morning, it could be afternoon. Well, it just depends on what kind of sleep I get and what kind of sleep my daughter allows me to get, because she don't like to sleep some nights. So subscribe and then click that little bell notification icon, because that will tell you when I'm on, and you'll be able to catch me here at least every weekday. I cannot guarantee that I will always be on, but I can guarantee I'm going to definitely try to do I'm going to do all of the major drawings and editing to this YouTube art live. And also, if you subscribe to me, you'll get to see all the other cool stuff that I haven't been posting for the last few months, like our reaction videos. We're going to start doing those again. Me and Mrs. Digital Jedi react to movie trailers, TV shows, sometimes whole episodes, and it's random. It's random as freaking friggity freak. I don't react to the exact same show every week, every month. So you can just, it's just crazy. So you'll never get bored. And we also react to. I'm thinking of throwing in some viral video reactions, but most of the stuff that I do is of geek nature. You can see me, you can see some movie reviews on my channel. I'll be doing more of those. My movie review series, movie and television and nostalgia review series, called The Matter of Perspective, where I look at movie and television shows from, I see things a little bit different than most YouTubers see it. I actually enjoy stuff. It's kind of weird. But I do have some criticism for some things and some franchises. But I have a unique perspective, and that's why I call the show what I call it. And I've also got some really interesting, kind of nutty stuff coming up. Maybe some things musical related, geek and musical. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So please subscribe. Please share this stream with your friends. Share my videos with your friends. Your most hated enemies, your most ambivalent foe, just people you don't know. Just share it, because I need subscribers. Again, thanks for joining. I was your host, Digital Jedi. I appreciate all of those who watched the live stream, or that one person that watches, and I appreciate everybody who watches the show after it posts. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is Digital Jedi saying peace out, and see you on the grid.